The Florida Gators lost an absolute nail biter that took years off my life. let's dive into it, right?
You are Locked On Gators, your daily podcast on the Florida Gators. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Locked On Gators, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks for making Locked On Gators your first listen of the day every day. We are available daily and free, every single podcast and on YouTube. I am Brandon Olsen. Unhappy Saturday. No happy Saturday this time. I don't care about a close loss, right? Like that's you lose, you lose. That's it. I don't care that people go, oh well, they covered. They kept it close. They put up a fight. It means nothing to me. I don't give a damn about that. I don't, there's people that do, and if you do, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying to me that's not a good consolation prize. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, review, do whatever it is that you want to do. We'll get to a ton. I see you guys all talking. Thank God basketball starts this week. Yeah. The Florida Gators lost, and there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot to blame for this loss. I think that some of it falls on the coaching staff. Amazement 717, thank you for the super chat, said two calls screwed us. The fumble before the half by the QB and the catch that was ruled incomplete. It really was a poor throw by Lagway, but I thought he cradled it in his forearms. I blame DJ for that. Okay, let's talk about this one. And Scott brings up a good point that we'll talk about as well. So Amazement brought up that, two calls screwed us. With the fumble before the half, I agree that it was an incomplete pass. Okay. I agree it was an incomplete pass. I do not think that there was clear, decisive control to overturn it, clear, indisputable evidence, as they like to say. I disagree that there was clear, indisputable evidence. I think the call on the field should have stood, just because I don't think that in that replay you really saw that he ever had firm control. I don't think you saw that he didn't have firm control. I think that it was an incomplete pass. I did not think there was enough to overturn it. Similar to the catch that was ruled incomplete, of course, J. Michael Sturdivant sliding down the ball. I never got this, because even the commentators, when talking about it, were talking about, like, they brought in their rules analysts, which, by the way, these commentators were dreadful in this whole game. They kept calling Jaden Ball Jordan Ball. I don't know what they were on. They were acting like Georgia was this giant underdog, the Chauncey Bowen's rushing touchdown. Like, Chauncey Bowen's dagger. And it's like, there's so much time left. What the hell are we doing here? So that was a clown show. I just want to throw that out there. Commentators should be ashamed of themselves, and should retire probably, because that was downright awful, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad. There's that. The J. Michael Sturdivant one, they were talking about the replay, and they go, okay, well, the ball comes in nose down and stays nose down. And then you look at the replay, and the ball's going nose down, and all of a sudden goes sideways because it's touching J. Michael Sturdivant's arm. It was a catch. I'm not mad at the call on the field. I'm really not. Like, that's not a thing that I'm going to complain much about. I know a lot of people are. I understand, right? Like, I get it. It's just not a thing I'm going to complain about. Did he catch it? Yes. They ruled it incomplete, and there wasn't clear, indisputable evidence to overturn it. Like, it turned, and I think that you can speculate and say, all right, it turned because it hit his arm, and that makes a lot of sense. But here's the thing. Referees not supposed to speculate. That's not, like, it's supposed to be clear, indisputable evidence so that it's not speculation. So, yes, I agree. J. Michael Sturdivant caught the ball. It should have been called a completion. But it was called incomplete on the field, which was fair. And there was not clear, indisputable evidence to overturn anything. So I don't know. That's one of those things where I get it. It sucks. As fans, we're allowed to be mad about it. We should be mad about it, right? We should, because in our minds, like, we can watch it and go, all right, that was a catch. You show me the replay, thought it was a catch, and they didn't overturn it. It wasn't clear, indisputable evidence. And that's all that is. As a fan, I'm mad as hell. As an analyst, I understand it. Frankly, I thought that both the fumble on the field for Gunnar Stockton and the incompletion to J. Michael Sertivant did not have enough to overturn. And I thought it was as simple as that. I agree that sometimes things suck like that. I get it. But if there's not clear, indisputable evidence to overturn, you should not overturn. And so that's where I stand on that one, or that's where I land on that one. You know, it's like they say with the fumble. They go, okay, yeah, they don't blow the whistle dead because then if you blow the whistle dead, then you can't review it, and like it negates the play. I feel like you can maybe use the same logic for a catch like that. It didn't happen. Is what it is. Thank you for the super chat again, Amazement. Then we got Scott Perry, who brought up Ron Roberts got outsmarted by Bobo. Bobo doesn't scheme up mismatches. Roberts outthought himself and ended up with a linebacker wide receiver matchup and a wide receiver safety matchup. What a joke. Here's the thing. The wide receiver safety matchup, one, happens dozens of times a game. A wide receiver safety matchup happens dozens of times, especially in the slot. Happens all the time. You're supposed to have safeties that can cover. Like that's part of being a safety. Two, I'll need to see the all 22, but the way that Jordan Castell came down, I wasn't sure if he was playing an underneath zone or what. But that is what it is. As far as the linebacker on a wide receiver, here's the thing. First off, 3rd and 8, you should never have a linebacker. I don't care how good Miles Graham is. You should not have a linebacker on maybe the fastest player in that entire game in that moment. But Mike Bobo did do a great job because Florida is not going to go dime often, which is 6 DBs on the field. Not going to go dime often. And so Georgia went, all right, well, we're going to take the tight end off the field a lot, which they did. They took the tight end off the field a ton. Why? Tight end comes off the field. You've got more receivers. You've got speed, and Georgia is going lighter, and Florida's not matching that personnel. Great decision by Mike Bobo. Honestly, great decision by Bobo there to say, hey, we're going to go really light, and you're either going to match with us or you're going to be just outran, right? And that's what happened. I hate putting yourself in a position where Miles Graham is on Zachariah Branch. Should be something to go, hey, you know what? Just go, hey, anyone but Zachariah Branch for a linebacker. Zachariah Branch, 10 catches, 112 yards, 0 touchdowns. The second best receiver performance in this game because Trey Wilson had 9 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown. It was tough, right? And I see a lot of people talking about that was a catch. It was a catch, right? Like they screwed it up. It's as simple as that. They screwed that up there. That's it. I see everybody saying that he caught it. I get it. He caught it. There's someone else. I just scrolled past it. Let me just find it for a second. Brandon, please rewatch that catch. There's no way you can say that wasn't a catch. Open your ears. I said it's a catch, but there's not indisputable, clear evidence to dispute it. Like we can talk about how the angle changes again. We can say, all right, that ball tilted because it hit his front. Like you could say that, but they don't care about, why you can say, oh yeah, it tilted. That changes it. Like, no, they care about saying, hey, did he catch it? Did he not catch it? Is it absolutely clear? There's blurry ass cameras over there. That's how I look at it, right? Like I feel like those cameras were blurry as hell. The moment that you start slowing things down, there's like that little blur from the ball moving. And I feel like that was very clear. This I mean, on all those replays. So I think that, yes, it was a catch. They ruled it incomplete. There was not clear, indisputable evidence to overturn it. Had they ruled it a catch, there would not have been clear, indisputable evidence to overturn it if the ball did hit the ground. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying that's what it is. There we go. Brandon Jenkins said, if we take that field goal on 4th and 1 and go up 6, I think we win this game. Maybe, right? Because also if you take the field goal on 4th and 1 and you go up 6 and then Georgia scores a touchdown, you're 1 point behind, which means you score a touchdown back, you go for 2, and then you're up 7 again, and they got to score a touchdown to get you. Here's the thing. To go forward on 4th and 1 was a great decision. Okay? Going forward on 4th and 1 was a great decision. If you get the first down, you're, again, already in scoring range. You get to take more time off the clock. You've still got an opportunity for a touchdown. There's no guarantee you're making the kick. Again, like Trace Mack, one of the best kickers in college football. I know a lot of people dislike him for whatever reason. Going for it was not the bad decision. The bad decision was the play call. 4th and 1, and you go, you know what we're going to do? Shotgun dive. Everyone's thinking you're running it right up the middle. I think that might have been a little bit of Ryan O'Hara's inexperience as a play caller stepping in. I think he might have been thinking, you know what? Oh, yeah, like 4th and 1, they're going to think that we're going to say, hey, they think we're going to run up the middle, so we're going to go wide and get them, and they're going to go defend wide, and we're going to have to run up the middle. Didn't happen. Your offensive line that hasn't been able to get a ton of push all year still didn't get it. I would have preferred something going wide. I would have preferred something where DJ Lagway is allowed to keep the ball. I would have preferred, honestly, what I thought they were going to do, not necessarily saying I would have preferred it, but I thought they were going to go PA, boot, slide, right? Knew it wasn't happening when they had, I think Hayden was the only tight end on the field, but they had Bunch to the field side. You're not running boot slide to the boundary like that. Like you're going to run boot slide to the field there. That's how they typically do it. So you're not running boot slide to the boundary there. You would have run it to the field. Didn't happen. It was a bad call. Like you condense the formation, which you've done all year, and that's backfired on you every time you've tried running up the middle when you condense things, because it just brings the defense together and they attack you. It was bad. It was a bad. The bad decision was the play call, not going forward on 4th down. Okay. 4th and 1, go for it. Fantastic decision in that moment. Analytics will tell you that you should go for it. Even people that don't really care about analytics will tell you to go for it. It's 4th and 1. You've got a great running back. You've got a quarterback that's making plays with his legs. You've got a receiver that's feasting in Trey Wilson. A lot of decisions will tell you go for it. Okay? They should have gone for it. That was the right call. The bad decision was the play call itself. Dive was a bad call. Simple as that. Keep going in the chat. We'll get back to that in just a minute when we get back with this live episode of Locked On Gators. This episode of Locked On Gators is brought to you by Mazda's moving the game forward. For those who believe it's not just about playing the game, but it's about redefining it. There are moments that do more than put points on the board. They move crowds, they move culture, and they keep moving the game forward. This week's moment, who should we give this week's moment to? You know, we're going to give this week's moment to, I'm going to say Trey Wilson. Right? Trey Wilson had a breakout performance. We're going to do a DoorDash read next, and Trey Wilson's getting that too. Trey Wilson had a breakout performance after the entire season of doing absolutely nothing. And it's crazy what happens when you let him run routes, right? It's incredible what happens when you let the guy run routes. He could do it. He's not just a gadget. Who would have thought? Not me. I spent all offseason going, let me see him run routes. We still weren't seeing him run routes. And I was like, all right, maybe he can do it. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected's only the beginning. And just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to a Mazda vehicle. Mazda, move and be moved. And it is the weekend. It's time to look back and crown this week's MVP on who delivered, powered by DoorDash. Just like you can win every Saturday with DoorDash streaks, saving more every time you order. Players delivered when it mattered most, right? So we're going to break it down. It's going to be Trey Wilson. Trey Wilson, again, first time he's ever had 100 yards against a Power 4 opponent. First time we've ever seen him consistently used as a receiver downfield in space. Someone tagged me in the Locked On Gators Discord, which is linked in the description below. Someone messaged me in the Locked On Gators Insider program, which is linked in the description below, about, hey, all of a sudden Trey Wilson can get open. Yeah, crazy what happens when you let him run routes. The whole thing with Locked On Gators all offseason was let Trey Wilson run routes and see what happens, right? Like is he a good receiver? Is he not? We don't know. That was the thing, was we don't know if he's good or not. We've never seen him run routes. Turns out he just might be a pretty good route runner, right? Like he just might be a pretty good receiver. Who would have thought? So just like Trey Wilson delivered for the Florida Gators, DoorDash delivers for your Saturdays. With DoorDash Streaks, you save every Saturday that you order. Stack it up all season, and you can save up to $250, including $100 in DoorDash credits. Order this Saturday. Keep the streak alive. Fuel your game day only with DoorDash. Terms apply. Promo period through November 18th. Thanks again for making Locked On Gators your first listen of the day every day. We are available daily and free wherever in the podcast and on YouTube. And yeah, a bunch of people mad about things in the chat. What was there also? Oh, there was the third down call where let me see if I could pull it up here. There was a third down call where DJ Lagway got tackled for a sizable loss, right? I'm trying to pull it up. I really am. Or I'm trying to pull up the drive-by drive, but it was a third down call where DJ Lagway got tackled for a again, sizable loss. And a lot of people question it, right? And a lot of people were like, oh, Lagway, you got to hand that off. No, that was split zone read, which we've talked about a trillion times before, right? Split zone is where you got, and hypothetically, running back on the right side of the quarterback, tight end up and on the left side, and you run the read option, right? So quarterback reads the backside defensive end. If the backside, and this whole time the tight end pulls behind the offensive line, never crosses the line of scrimmage, and he comes by and is blocking there. So you have the edge crashes down, and when the edge crashes down, DJ Lagway keeps the ball. That's what you're supposed to do. In the zone read, when you have the edge, if he stands up and he's waiting on the edge, then you hand the ball off to your running back, because now he's not defending the run. Okay, so now you got numbers there. Then DJ Lagway, if the defensive end crashes down, which he did, then DJ Lagway keeps the ball. Byron Bates, you sound upset. Maybe you need like a water or a nap. So defensive end comes down. DJ Lagway keeps the ball. What went wrong was that it was a great play by Georgia because the linebackers are looping around. You'll see that's how sometimes Florida will defend guys that they think are going to run a read option. That's what they'll do. They'll loop the linebackers because you read the end, and the end tells you, hey, keep it. You're going to have a lane, and linebackers are looping around the back. That's how a lot of teams defend it when they expect a read option now. Okay, so it was a good decision by DJ Lagway to keep the ball. It didn't work because Georgia had a great play call. Like that's simple as that. Like you're facing Georgia, number 5 team in the country. Kirby Smart, only multiple time national championship winner coaching right now. That's it. Like you just went up against a great defensive mind. That wasn't Glenn Schumann. You went up against a great defensive mind, and they made that play, right? And so that's all that was. It didn't work, not because it was a bad play call, not because of anything else other than that is what it is. They made a great defensive play call. They executed it great. That's football. That's football at a high level too, by the way. So defensive end comes down. That's what happens. The DJ Lagway stretching for a fumble or stretching and them calling it a fumble. Dabo has too. Sorry, I forgot he's still coaching for now. For now. We'll see how much longer. And so the stretching for the first down, yeah, fumbled. Like that is what it is. DJ struggled a lot in this game. Like he hit some throws, struggled a lot. We can talk about the J. Michael Stewart event. Did he catch it? Did he not catch it? He shouldn't have had to drop down and get his eagle on to try to catch the ball. Like things like that just like shouldn't have happened. And so like, yeah, should he have caught it? Sure. Should it have been a cleaner catch? Sure. You know what else? It should have been a better throw. And I get it. Like it was a deep throw. DJ Lagway was throwing it on the run. Like I fully understand. It wasn't an easy play to make, but the play was there to be made. And so DJ Lagway struggled inconsistently. The whole like what was it on third or might have been the fourth down play? I think it was the third down play. That was broken up by the DB from Georgia. People go, oh, like DJ Lagway made the wrong read. He should have thrown it to TJ Abrams running the corner route, who's wide open. TJ Abrams was wide open on the corner route. Watch the play again, though. TJ Abrams was not looking at the ball or was not looking for the ball yet. He was just coming out of his break and the ball's already going. Blitz came in. You will notice a lot this season. Go back and watch when DJ Lagway has a free rusher coming in, like when he's hot, and hot as in the blitz, like not hot as in like, oh, he's on fire. When he's got a hot rusher coming in, he screws that up all the time. He really does. It's not surprising that Georgia was like, hey, we're going to bring in someone there. He screws that up all the time. Brendan Jenkins said, I swear he looked better his freshman season. He might have. I will also say, this game, you didn't have Aiden Mizell, and I'm not making an excuse in this in any way, shape, or form. Like, he played awful. Didn't have Vernell Brown III, didn't have Aiden Mizell, didn't have Dallas Wilson other than the one catch before he got a boot put on. It wasn't ideal, right? Jaden Ball was not fully healthy. He came up limping at some point. DJ Lagway, I don't know if he looked better his freshman season. I think that defenses just defended him differently, and he never got better. That's been the thing all offseason. Go back to Locked On Gators all offseason, and I'm telling you, DJ Lagway was sure great for a true freshman, but he was not great at all. Defenses adjusted. He didn't. Part of that is because he wasn't available to work out and practice and develop. Part of that might just be on him. Like it might just be hey, he hasn't developed. He's not that right now. Could be that all the time. If they can turn over the pass on the first half on Stockton and can't overturn the catch in the second half is BS. SEC refs are the worst. SEC refs are the worst. I think that the Stockton incomplete pass fumble situation was clearer than the J. Michael Sturdivant catch, only because, like, again, every time I'm watching on ESPN Plus, because obviously, YouTube TV's dead. Watching on ESPN Plus, every time they would show the J. Michael Sturdivant catch that should have been called a catch, it was called incomplete. It got blurred. Like, you had the motion blur as it's coming down, as it's moving. If those were clearer, then sure, maybe. But I do think that I think it was easier to overturn the Stockton play. The two plays I put on DJ was the missed throw to Hawkins and the streak up the middle to Jackson. So, yes, there was a missed throw to Tank Hawkins when he did target Tank Hawkins and overthrew him. The streak up the middle to Jackson. There were a few really bad decisions by DJ Lagway. I will say one thing that I loved seeing was letting him run up the middle. DJ Lagway is not unathletic, right? He's just, you can't run him to the outside. That's it. You saw the quarterback sweep against Miami, and people went, oh, you picked up a first down on it. It's like, yeah, it was a 4th and 2. Like, you picked up 2.5 yards on it. DJ Lagway is 240 pounds, reportedly. Let him run straight. I'll tell you, I'm not getting in front of him. I'll tell you that much. Like, let DJ Lagway run straight when you're letting him run. You don't need to do this whole, oh, we're gonna send him around wrapping out the outside. Let him run straight. I don't even think he's slow. I think he's just not agile at all. I think it's just that. So I think that there's that. DJ hit Tank in the letters. He hit TJ Abrams in the letters, I think it was. I thought it was Abrams that he hit, like, and it hit the shoulder pad. I thought it was Abrams. I can't remember an accurate ball being thrown to Tank Hawkins. So I'll say that. They said he was 247 pounds on the broadcast today. Maybe they said that on the broadcast. They also said that Florida's running back was named Jordan Baugh 37 times. They listen to the spaces. That's all it is. Because, we make those jokes there. But yeah, I think that this game was tough, right? Because I want to go, oh, well, it was a really close game against a number 5 team in the country. But like, we've known this whole time, this team's talented. We've known this whole time that this team has a ton of talent. Like, all offseason, go back. This is a college football playoff caliber roster. Coaching needs to catch up to the talent. That's all it is. I'll tell you what, I'd never at coaches. I added Ryan O'Hara, and I was like, let's see midline option. Do it. Get it in the install. Like DJ works well when he's running up the middle. Let's see jet power read. Let's see midline option. Let's see plays to get him running up the middle. Right? Like, Trey Wilson got the ball a ton. No one else really made plays, honestly, in the receiving game. J. Michael Sertivan had one that got called back. But like DJ needs to be better. There's no other way to put it. Like, I love the guy, right? Like, he's so physically talented. Need to be better. Yeah, QB blast, QB trap. I don't care. Just get him running up the middle. Yeah, I think that offense, Florida had a lot of more points available. He had a lot more points available. DJ should have hit Sertivan in stride. That's a touchdown. You should have, again, like, I want to make it clear. That's not an easy throw. There's a lot of air yards moving around. We'll see what it is. I'd say with DJ's size, I'm surprised he can't break more sacks in the pocket and then get outside. Important note, he didn't get sacked today. He didn't get sacked. Last year, he was really good at extending plays. Nancy Hodges, if you're not seeing talent, you're either Stevie Wonder or you don't know talent. DJ last year was a lot better at evading pressure and sacks when he was healthy. Now that he's not healthy, he's a pretty stationary target, and he's getting healthy. And like, you watch him as he's getting healthier, you see him get kind of those flashes of being able to extend plays more often. And that happens. You'll see that he drifts in the pocket like he doesn't trust his line. I think he drifts in the pocket because he doesn't know how to navigate the pocket. I think that's one of his issues. He had no idea how to navigate the pocket. Florida's pass rush, honestly, I was hoping that they would do more. Georgia's offensive line has not been great at protecting Gunnar Stockton this year. Both lines were bad. I don't want to say that they were bad. I thought that, is Ryan O'Hara a competent OC? I don't know. One game is not enough. Like just make that clear. One game is not enough to say whether or not he's a good OC or a bad OC. I will say he got Trey Wilson the ball in space. He got speed in space. Like, he got the ball to speed in space. When things got bad, he leaned on the run game a little bit to get them going again. He used DJ Lagway's legs to convert. Like, Ryan O'Hara, I don't know if he's a good OC. We'll see with more time, and when teams say, hey, because that's also an important thing with being a good offensive coordinator, is when defenses know what you like doing and they go, okay, this is how we're going to stop you. How are you going to counteract that? They did spread the ball out more too. They tried to. Trey Wilson had 9 catches. Jaden Ball had 3. J. Michael Sertivan had 2. Dallas Wilson had 1. It was definitely better play calling than Billy Napier, right? And so I will give Ryan O'Hara credit there. I think Florida's offensive line didn't do an awful job in pass protection. I think that they're just, frankly, not good in run blocking. I think that is what it is at this point, honestly. Like, that's not improving unless you change who's on the line, which I don't think they're going to do. Florida's defensive line could have been better, right? Could have been better. 5 INTs against LSU. DJ's not good. I mean, look, like, I agree. DJ's not great right now. I think he's still physically talented, incredibly physically talented. Can be great. But to use one game as your argument for anything is just awful and flawed process. Just want to make that clear. I thought there was a stretch where Georgia was running the football very effectively, and then they stopped running the ball effectively. The Locked On Gators insider group, I sent the text to them at I think it was 4:41 p.m. and I was like, Florida's defending that screen really aggressively. I'm calling it now. They're either going to get a pick on the screen or they're going to get toasted for a huge play. And then we saw the fake screen touchdown. Not surprising. Reggie, it was a good game. It was an entertaining game. So play Trammell. He can at least look like Aiden Warren. They're not playing Trammell Jones. Just like, I get it. I understand everybody saying they're not doing it. It's not happening. It's like that Nick Saban video. It's like, it's not happening. So stop asking. It's not happening. You can win with DJ Lagway. Like, you can. He's inconsistent. You can win with him. Just got to make things easier for him, really. So I think there's that. Nothing different. As always, flash how good we can be. Yeah, all that. It's like, because they're not. Like, I can't tell you why, but there have been zero indicators that they're going to take him out. There have been zero indicators that they're interested in taking him out. It's like the Scott Strickland should be fired thing, right? Like, I want Scott Strickland fired, but it's not going to happen. Upper administration has shown no interest in doing that. It's not happening just because I want it to happen, just because I think it's a good decision, right? That is what it is. But look, Florida just lost by 4 to Georgia. It is still great to be a Florida Gator. They still have a chance of making a bowl game. Not a high one, but they still have a chance of making a bowl game. You can't win big games with DJ. What big wins he had this year? I didn't say that you're gonna. I said that you can win with him. What big wins does the team have this year? What big wins does Trammell Jones have this year? Like, I don't know. Like, they beat Texas. Texas looks good after that, but when they beat Texas, they sucked. Like, Florida hasn't won anything this year. You got Kentucky next week. You're gonna beat Ole Miss the week after. I'm still banking on that. I'm still beating on you're gonna beat Ole Miss. Tennessee, Florida State, bowl game still possible. I know a bunch of people don't care about it. I do. Make a bowl game. Georgia's not all that, but they're number 5 in the country, and they win a lot of football games. So do with that what you will. Florida Gators still fighting for a bowl game. Still have a chance at that. Showed some flashes. And all in all, and I'm not giving them a whole like moral victory or anything like that, but I am going to say that Billy Gonzales in his first game ever being a head coach just went toe-to-toe with Kirby Smart and almost walked away with a victory. So again, not giving them a moral victory, not saying that. I'm just saying if we're talking about silver linings there, it's like, all right, well, that was his first. And he made good decisions in 4th down. He wasn't the play caller, but he made good decisions on when to go for it on 4th down. Like, he made good decisions. And I do think that when we go, oh yeah, like Billy Napier was holding this team back, that's not an issue anymore. See what you can do with these final 4 games. See if you can make a bowl game and get a 5th game. And hey, let's go Gators. As always, I am Brandon Olsen. Thanks for making Locked On Gators your first listen of the day every day. We are available daily and free wherever in the podcast and on YouTube. We will be back Monday at the absolute latest. For Locked On Gators, I'm Brandon Olsen. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at WNS_Brandon. Find all my written work with New York Giants on SI and swampsignal.substack.com. I'll see you all next time.